A huge thank you to today's sponsor, SecPrint, a 30-year-old specialist event print company producing printed products to help facilitate and manage events of all sizes. Whether you need tickets, wristbands, lanyards for entry to events, having worked with Ingles Boxing, GBM Sports and Rotherham Titans, and global brands like Matchroom Sports and the BBC, SecPrint are there for all your printing needs. If you're interested, visit secprint.co.uk. Thank you again to SecPrint for your support of the Ramble.
Coops here. Subscribe to Blades Ramble. Keep following.
What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is your countdown to kick-off, all ready for Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup. It's a tight turnaround for us. I like to give this a couple of days because in the business that we're in, you can do a show, and because we deal in current, what's happening in the here and now, it has to have a couple of days to breathe at least, usually, because otherwise, look, who's going to watch a Blackburn preview on Wednesday after we've played the game? So it's not always the most business efficient thing to do. But look, we want to get ready for the Blackburn game and we want to see what you guys think about it as well. So thank you to everybody that's joining us on this stream. As always with Countdown to Kickoff, I'm not on my own. Let's get my mate in. He's bald. He's brilliant. It's Baldly.
Bold and brilliant, that's our lead. Knows the pitch like the back of his knee. No need for hair, he's got strategy. Football genius, yeah. That's Baldly.
That's Baldly. How's it going, pal?
Good, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm in for sesh.
You in for set? Yeah, you are. You are, because you're pulling double duty today, aren't you? I've done a hot off the presser before we came on this afternoon at 2 o'clock. And then, yeah, we've got 3 Mardy Blades straight after this, haven't we, pal? So
then you've got another show after that for
then,
the Platinum Ramblers.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Better your call after this. At some stage during one of those streams, you will hear information on how to get your hands on some free tickets to Bolton at home. So Sheffield United versus Bolton on Tuesday, the 1st of September, courtesy of our friends at the Community Foundation of Sheffield United. Thank you to them for their continued support of our channel, and we support them too. Mate, how's things? Look, it's starting to heat up a little bit in the transfer market. We are tomorrow, Wednesday, recording a transfer tracker, aren't we? So we'll get through everything.
It might not be a very long one at the moment.
It might not. There's a few things starting to heat up a little bit, I think. So, yeah, we are coming closer to the edge. But for now, we focus on Blackburn Rovers. First of all, how did you find his press conference today, mate?
I thought he sounded a lot more up than he did at his last one.
Me too.
Gave a little bit more away about what we're looking for. And Adam Webster that he spoke about, that he must be taking a massive wage drop if he's thinking about coming to us. Yes,
he must be.
Yeah, I was quite happy with it, to be honest with you. I mean, expected him to say that he's into the cup. We're going to give it his best, and then say we're going to change his team around because we need to rest people. But I think we all expect that, don't we? To be quite honest.
Yeah, I would say so. Mate. It's there were nothing like... Well, he did reveal a few bits. Like you said, Adam Webster, he spoke about bids for Reece Norrington-Davies and Tom Cannon that weren't quite where we needed them to be. They were a little bit of a shot across the bow at anybody that wants our players will know that we're not going to just accept any offer just because we are trying to transition this squad, if you like. So it were good. I think, like you said, he felt quite upbeat. I think he's doing a very smart job of managing expectations of the fan base as well. So he's done what he needs to do in terms of making us very hard to beat. He acknowledges that we need some more firepower at the top of the pitch, whether that's the direct goal scorers or we tend to lean in thinking it's more that creative spark to supply lads that we've already got that can score goals. So it's going to be an interesting week of the window. I think it'll be very busy. Obviously, we've got a deadline day stream. Tonight, we are trying something a little bit different. Both of us, actually, because as we try and evolve as a channel, always these might sound like minor tweaks to you, but for us, they are big steps. So Lee's is going bareback tonight, no earphones. He usually has his headphones in, so if there's any audio issues, do let us know, but we don't anticipate that. So we're seeing how that goes without Lee having, because you're on your new setup, aren't you, mate, in the what is now your new office, or again your office, whatever it has been previously. But Regan's gone, and you've seen him off, and it is now, there's no coming back basically, Regan, because he's turned your bedroom into an office. So
correct.
So that's the situation there. And from my point of view, I have had a little bit of a rejig with some of the way that I sort of bring things on screen. It's more of a background stuff that you might not notice, but I'm just hoping because everybody knows that follows the Ramble, I'm a bit of a tech whiz, so I like to trial different things every now and again. So I'm going to be pressing buttons rather than clicking my mouse so much, and I'm going to hope that it works. And I'm going to start, mate, by having a little look at Blackburn and where they are in the table. If it works, it's not worked. There we go. That's one. I need you on though, don't I? I need you on screen for that to work. So Blackburn in the that were a great start. Great start after I've commented on a tech whiz. So Blackburn have been off to a good start this season, mate. They played Wolves and Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Great point away at Wolves.
Great point, and then a brilliant win for Blackburn, defying all critics and pre-season logic, mate. What's your thoughts on Blackburn Rovers if we take a little look at them as well down here?
Well, to be honest, I can't believe that they've started so well against two of the strongest teams we're going to have in the league this year, because what they've got and what they brought in, they're not, you're thinking mid to lower table, but they've started with a bang, haven't they?
I had them relegated, mate. I had them 23rd, and I had Charlton 22nd, and look at, shows where I know, doesn't it? But I won't be alone, I think there'll be a few people that had those teams down there, and it doesn't mean there won't be across the season, but what they are doing is giving themselves a brilliant head start. And who's to say they can't be a Hull? And I'm not saying they'll get promoted, but Hull defied the odds last season in terms of everybody wrote them off, thought they were going to be escaped relegation by the skin of the teeth the year before, and then I think it was last day survival, weren't it, under that magician Ruben Sayers, and then and they sacked him, and then they kicked on, believe it or not. So they then shot up the table, and who's to say Blackburn can't sustain it for a little while? So
me, I say they can't.
Me too. But let's not write them off while they've got hope. So Tony Mowbray, really experienced operator at the level, 2 games in, but they are 6th in the table. I've got Arthur Lyon as one of their key players. He looks a really smart player on the left-hand side for them. And you thankfully confirmed to me that it's a 4-2-3-1 that they do.
Well, this season they've started 4-2-3-1 under Mowbray, and it did. I'm sure he were playing that at Birmingham when he left Birmingham as well. So it's probably something he's used to. And like you said, he's a wily old manager. He knows how to get results, does Tony Mowbray. So it's no shock that they've started solid and they're making chances and scoring goals. So, if we put out our first team against their first team, I'd fancy us. But it's not going to be like that, is it? I don't think.
Would you fancy us where they've started?
Yeah, I'm a stupid blade, aren't I? I always fancy us.
We're blindly optimistic, aren't we? We're blindly optimistic, mate.
Oh, but it depends. What we haven't got much behind it at the moment, have we? That's the only problem with our first 11.
That's true. Okay, let's jump into some comments before we get too deep into the analysis, because we are very analytical on this show. Thom says, "Good evening, gentlemen. How are we all? Looking forward to the away day tomorrow. One of the best away days is Blackburn. 2 rotated sides will make it interesting, I reckon." I think you might be right, pal. Was brilliant to see Chris in higher spirits this afternoon in the press conference too. Hopefully the camp also reflects his mood, and I hope I win the tickets. Shut up, you. Dawn says, "Evening, Jimmy and Lee. Hoping maybe a couple of the young lads get a chance on Tuesday." Yeah, absolutely right. That'd be nice. I think from what he said, I don't think it'll be necessarily young lads, Dawn, but I think it'll be squad rotation. Yeah. We've got a lot of professionals on the books. I think we'll see some players that we haven't necessarily seen so much of. Ricky says, "Evening, Jimmy and BBL. Hope you're both well. Think we have a decent start to the season, considering everything that's going off. Let's not sell anyone and bring a couple of attacking options in on both wings." It sounds like he's going to go, from the presser, Ricky, it sounds like he's going to go with the right-hand side as is. He's still looking to strengthen that left-hand side. He doesn't like Callum O'Hare out there, or he said he'd prefer not to play Callum O'Hare out there, which was music to my ears and probably a lot of Blades as well. So it might be 2 that he's looking for on that left-hand side. We'll have to wait and see. Wayne, he says, Jimmy, your hot off the presses are great. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how we've done it and how I've sort of evolved that show, because it's, yeah, we try and level up all the time, like me and Lee were saying just before we come on. Even if it's 1% every time, you're always trying to get better. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Craig says, evening, Jimmy. I'm not sure about Webster, who's 32 and McGuinness mid-20s and has got time to improve further. Further still, and has looked solid in the 3 games so far. Rather than 10 million for Suter, would use that to loan Clark with an option to buy if we went up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. So you'd be referring there, Craig, to Jack Clark, who Wilder mentioned, well, all but mentioned in his press conference. This has been something that's been talked about for a little while. I don't think we've mentioned him overtly on screen, but we have been talking about it in our Platinum chats for some time. And unfortunately, I think the fact that he scored a winner for Ipswich now just takes him out of our reach a little bit. And even if not, I think it alerts other clubs that are better positioned than us at the moment to, like Middlesbrough have been linked with him, for example. If it's a straight shootout between Middlesbrough and Sheffield United, in terms of how both teams are set up this year, he chooses Middlesbrough over Sheffield United, unfortunately. So it doesn't mean they're a bigger club than us. Doesn't mean we're a bigger club than them. It's just where they're currently at in their progress as a club. They are anticipated to challenge, certainly for promotion, if not automatic. They're really going for it with their spends, and we're in a transitional year. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I would be... We're looking at other options now, put it that way. It doesn't mean Jack Clark's off the table, but we are looking at other options.
The only positive on our side of that, Jim, is he starts for us. At Middlesbrough, he's got to fight for his place.
Over who? At Borough? Who's on left for Borough? Well, he gets in over Whittaker, doesn't he? Who's
does
on
he?
the right.
Does he for Borough?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think he does, but he's got absolutely no competition in our side.
No, he hasn't. He walks in, he rolls in, he sleeps in, he crawls in.
So he could come in on his hands.
Yeah,
and
he
he'll
does.
be playing.
We'll see. Dave Morwood says, evening, Jimmy and Lee. Lots of changes, I predict. Lee, you've got you covered. See you all later. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you, my mate. Shackleton Masterclass tomorrow, says Risky. Well, you'll have to see if he picks. I'm not sure Wilder picks him. He might do, but I don't think he does. Me and Lee have got a combined 11 to fudge his way through, really, for this one. Dublin Leeds says, sorry to say, but bottom half in the Championship this season. We'll see, mate. We'll see. Sarah says, evening, lads. Hope you're well. First live stream I've managed to watch since the kids broke up. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Well, it's good to have you. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Billy says, hopefully some goals tomorrow, even if they have to come from a penalty shootout. Yeah, we might come to that as well. When he says, we can listen to Wilder, then you dissect his comments, and it's brilliant to listen to your take on them. Keep it up, as it's a really good and interesting stream. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, my mate. Appreciate it. Unbiased Blade says, I'm not happy about us not scoring goals. I'm happy with the points, but I'm not happy with us as a threat. They all look lazy up front. I think that's harsh.
Yeah, that is harsh. They're not linking up very well, but lazy's harsh. You can't say that about Callum O'Hare. That's the one thing you could never put at Callum O'Hare's feet.
No, he's one of the most busy players we've got into.
Yeah.
Would you start Shax Baptiste tomorrow, lads? Not Shax for me personally, but I'm not against it. But
is that as a centre half pairing? Not for me.
Would you start Shackleton?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Okay. Teka 1-0, says Dan. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Teka 1-0. Ian says, evening, fellas. Wouldn't mind a run in this cup. Seems like ages since the Spurs semi-final. Hope he goes as strong as possible whilst being sensible with the old-timers minutes. 2-0 Blades. Slightly late to the party tonight, chap, says Russ. Jimmy, you got a podcast coming out with a betting company. Seems you're the only one left now. Watch this space. Watch this space. We'll see. I don't know yet, is the honest answer. I am speaking to Midnight about some bits, but we'll see where that goes. John says, good evening, Jimmy and Lee. Hope things are well, Jimmy. Enjoyed your interesting chat last week. When I didn't realise it was you I was talking to, and for your kind thoughts regarding my sister. Yeah, all the best to John and his family, and anybody that's going through a tricky patch as well. John, I think, thought I was Ian. He was messaging me saying, can you wish Jimmy all the best? And I was like, thanks, that's me. But yeah, just a bit of crossed wires there with John, but it was great to catch up with you, pal. Manila Blade says, wouldn't mind seeing Ramel in the 10 if we play the same formation as we played at Swansea. Looking forward to seeing Doherty come in, and hopefully Phillips gets a run out as the pivot. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Glyn says, hi guys, saw Stoke turn down a £7 million offer for Sorba Thomas from Hull. We could do a straight swap Thomas for Cannon. 1-2 tomorrow night. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Look, Sorba Thomas would certainly, another one that walks into our side. I don't think he's all that in a bag of chips, if I'm honest. I'm not.
I agree.
I think he's a decent to good championship player. He had a great purple patch at the beginning of last season, which made him look very good. If I'm a Stoke fan, if they go any higher than 7, I'm considering it personally.
He's one of them players, isn't he, that's red hot or ice cold.
Exactly right. I mean, he were absolutely anonymous for us against us at Bramall Lane. So it's Femi Sariki masterclass. I think we should put Burrows on the left and aim for a decent player on the right. User says, I'm going tomorrow night, 0-2 with multiple changes. Just so you know, user, I don't know whether you might want to keep this, but I think now there's a way of changing your YouTube handle if you want to get a different name to work with rather than WT9XX8XY4Y. So that might be your name. So apologies if I'm judging you there. Don't mean to do that. You might be one of Elon Musk's kids, for all I know. To business, I hope we give players who have limited game time in a 4-3-2-1 formation, Tyrese, Gyro, Baptiste to start. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, my mate. Janine says, I've heard a lot of comments talking about South Yorkshire being a complete magnet for dodgy owners. All 5 teams have had or have currently got rough ownership. Donny Fannier, Billy Sharp fan club. Well, you're more than welcome here because we are also huge parts of the Billy Sharp fan club. Yeah, it's not been great, has it, Janine, in terms of ownership records in recent times. Here's hoping that we can all turn a corner.
I think you could go to any area at UK and say that at some point they've had bad owners. You look at North East, you look
absolutely
Northwest. You know, it's just seems that in the recent past a lot of it's been in South Yorkshire.
Yeah, or Yorkshire in general. A lot of Leeds fans will tell you. Hull will say the same. Josh says, I said it a while ago, but I'll say it again. Teams that have continuity finish higher in the table. Massive rebuilds rarely give immediate results. Us and Millwall are well placed to go well. I think we'll have a fair bit of turnover before it's all said and done, Josh, but I understand what you're saying. L-Dog says, Ramazani, the latest rumour, Jim. I rate the club's ambition, targeting the likes of him and Jack Clark, but personally I don't see why they'd want to come here currently unless we can pay them loads. I'm worried about the end of the window, but I trust the club to get it right. I just hope they're all in. Oh, hang on. I trust the club to get it right. I just hope they're all in for the next league game because they lack the lack of attacking options at the minute is making it a tough watch. Sorry, your comments kept jumping up, so I couldn't read it in time. But yes, I'm not sure Ramazani will be a realistic target for us, if I'm honest. L-Dog. Jamie says, "All right, lads, hope you're doing well. I'm looking forward to." How Wilder gets the team fixed for tomorrow. Hopefully 2-1 or 3-0. Up the Blades. Mikey says, every year I want us to go on a cup run, but I don't know why. This year I want us to be more focused on the league. Wouldn't mind bowing out. Still going to want us to win. I think 1-0 we score early. Dave Vinter says, off subject, Jimmy, but need a Ramblers away day for pre-season. If we do it next season, Bockham was amazing. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles. The way we are growing and sort of evolving as a channel and as a community, David, I certainly would not rule that out. Certainly wouldn't rule it out. I think that's a very distinct possibility, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, pal. Janine says, we had Ken Richardson, who burnt our old stadium down for an insurance scam in the late 90s. We also had David Blunt, who was the biggest reason we spent time in League Two. He's pouring it. And Ray, last one for now, says, evening, Jimmy and Lee. I'll be glad when this window closes. Too many names have been banded around. Let's see what happens. We trust Chris. He knows what he is doing. Absolutely right, mate. Absolutely right.
I think a lot of that now, Jim, is, you know, the names that are banded around, as you said, don't believe it all. The club are putting out red herrings at left, right and centre now.
I love that. I love that we're doing that as a club because you want to throw people off the scent. You want your actual targets under the radar. He's spoken openly about Adam Webster today. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we don't end up signing Adam Webster. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do either. But don't be shocked if we don't, because yes, he's been very vocal about it, but it may well be, look at Adam Webster while we're dealing with something over here. Look at Adam Webster. Yeah. So it's just a wily old veteran manager, isn't he? So speaking of which, this is the team that I think he might go with. This is one of the most unpredictable lineups of the season, certainly so far, but in the cup competitions, it's very up in the air. I think if we go anything like what we did against Swansea, because we've still not got the available wingers that we want, there's a chance this could be his team. So I've stuck with Michael Cooper in goal. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. I've gone with a back three that I think Wilder will go with. This is not my selection, but I think Wilder might go with Doherty, McGuinness and McCallum as the centre-backs, giving Japhet Tanganga a much-needed rest. I'm not sure Baptiste will be ready in time, but I honestly don't know whether he is. Femi Sariki and Harrison Burrows as the wing-backs. I'm keeping Siddy in the lineup just to see if he can continue to find his feet a little bit. I think he's been hot and cold so far. And Jairo Riedewald gets some much-needed minutes as well in the team. Callum O'Hare, the Energizer Bunny, in the 10, where he's most comfortable. And rather than the 2 10s, I think Joe Rothwell comes out for a rest. Ollie Arblaster out for a rest, if he's even in the squad because of his current personal situation. So rather than 2 10s, I've gone for 1 10 and 2 strikers with Tyrese Campbell and Tom Cannon up front. I think there's a possibility he goes with something like that. He could also throw everything out and go with a 4-4-2. Who knows what Chrissy Wilder's thinking after the last formation that we saw. Lee, do you think we're anywhere near with that?
Well, I actually think that 2 of those players that you put on there might be carrying knocks and not be able to play. Okay. It's been reported that Callaway and Jairo Riedewald have got a slight knock.
Oh, right, okay.
So Jairo and Callum have got knocks. They're doubtful. And Baraji and Morsey for Blackburn are both doubtful as well.
Interesting, mate. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see what we're going to build then, because we come on to our combined 11. So, I can't remember. Did you select the formation?
It's you.
My turn to pick the formation.
Yeah. I'm
going to go with what we said then. Oh, what I've just said there. I'm going to go with a 3-4-1-2. I am. But look, we've got no wingers, have we? We've got no wingers.
I'll start.
And he doesn't like Callum O'Hare on the left. So okay. Yeah, you start. You start.
Adam Davies in goal.
That's a rogue choice straight away. I'm not sure that happens. It could happen.
He's going to flip this side.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave-O in goal. I will go Tyrese Campbell up top. Ty Campbell.
I'm going to go Reece Norrington Davis, left centre half.
You're not. Can you pick someone else, please?
I'm going to go Sam McCallum as Reece Norrington Davis. It's like stars in their eyes.
Yeah. Imagine this is Reece Norrington Davis. I should have loaded up some backup players. Apologies. Yeah, go on. It's my turn, innit? I will go Matt Doherty, right centre half. In fact, I forgot that we're going 3 at back, aren't we? So I'll just shift Macca across a little bit. Okay, my mate.
I'm going to go Jamie Shackleton, central midfield.
You're an absolute joker. But
I think he's going to change it this much.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm going to go Siddy Peck as Jamie Shackleton, centre of the park.
I'm not prepared for this one. Okay, Siddy Shackleton.
This is brilliant. This is Ramble, this. I love it.
And Sam Norrington Davis. Okay, this is interesting. So Jairo's got a knock. That throws me. Callum O'Hare's got a knock. We know that Chong's got a knock. Who's in my 10 then? I'm going to go Joe Rothwell in the 10.
I thought you might have changed formation to a 4-4-2 then, Jim, with players.
No. I'll stick to rules.
So I'm going to go Harrison Burrows, left midfield.
So, yeah, left. Yeah. left wing back. Have we got Harrison Burrows? We must have. Yes, we have. Harrison Burrows, left wing back. Okay. I'd have gone. If you're going Sidney Shackleton, why not right wing back? Anyway. Well, if I'm going to go Blaster in the middle.
Are you risking that because of the family situation at the moment?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. No. Well, I didn't know. Yeah. Let's go with that. I thought Gyro were going to be available. You see, that's thrown my plans completely. I'd have probably changed formation if I'd have done that.
I'm going to go for Baptiste in the middle of the back three.
Nice. Okay, don't mind that. I hope that's the case in terms of availability, at least. I will go. I don't think Ryan One is fit. I don't think he's fit, so I'm going to go Tom Cannon alongside Tyrese Campbell.
And I'm going to go Femi Sariki.
Okay. So, if we look at this as we intended to, Sidney Peck is Jamie Shackleton and Sam McCallum is Reece Norrington-Davis.
I think he's going to go with something similar. I think he'll go 4-4-2 as well, to be quite honest.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who's on left? Burrows?
He'll play Burrows there and he'll play RND left back.
If O'Hare's out injured, there's a chance he goes Burrows left wing in there. And R&D left back. Okay, mate. Okay. Right. Let's see what people are slagging us off about in terms of that team selection.
Well, it's not the strongest of teams, is it?
It's not the strongest of teams at all.
Even with 13 players with Sidney and Sam.
Might have a chance then. Bob says Leicester signing a centre back for 2 mil. Suter replacement. Yes, I probably think it is, mate. I probably think it is exactly what the situation is. I'd go 4-2-3-1, says Scott. Davis, Doherty, Jamal, Mark McGuinness and Burrows. Blaster, Gyro. Gyro's unavailable, apparently. Donovan, Marsh, who's on his way out to Barnsley, I think. Ukaki and Campbell. Okay, fair enough.
I didn't say he were unavailable. I said he's got a knock.
Okay.
But Wilder did say, didn't he? He had 2 as well that were...
Yeah, he did. He did say that.
So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Has O'Hare got a knock, or is it transfer window-itis, says Thom.
That's a good point as well.
Lads, this team is honking.
Correct.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not great. Paul says, Cannon will definitely start tomorrow, and we all know what that means. No goals again. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Love the positivity, Paul. Keep it going, pal. Ian says, Jamie Dumpling would have picked a better team using his trainers, Hoover and tripod. Yeah, possibly. Most likely. Okay, we'll move on to the odds then for the game. So, Midnight have the odds at... I'll show you what Midnight have got the odds on when I pull it up manually. So, it's tight, to be fair. It's
nothing
tight.
between it.
It's
Nothing at
tight,
all.
yeah. So, I don't know if I'd be confident enough to place a bet with those odds, to be fair. But if you are going to gamble, then please do so responsibly. Lee, what are you going for your score prediction, my mate?
Well, no, thinking that he's going to change the team so much, and I am such a positive Sheffield United fan, I have gone for a 2-1 defeat because I think he's going to really rip the team up. And it's going to be second string, a couple of kids, like he said.
17-2 that, with Midnight a 2-1 defeat. And I am an actual positive Blade, and I always back us to at least not lose. I've gone 1 apiece, Blades on pens. So the odds there are not for Blades on pens, but the odds are for 1 apiece within 90 minutes. So that's 6-1 with Midnight. And it'll go straight to penalties. There's no extra time now. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But just so everybody knows as well, we have a watch-along. Myself and Jordan Motson will be watching the game from 7:15 tomorrow night. So come and join us if you are able to, or fancy a little bit of hysteria watching our beloved Blades. Right, let's just finish off with some comment. Go on, Lee.
What's the odds that neither of them players play?
I don't know, And the reason I don't know is because Blackburn have a very small squad, and this was mentioned on the on Hot Off the Presser this morning. One Blackburn fan dipped in last night to whatever stream we were doing, because I can't keep up, and said, likely to be heavily rotated. Okay, good. That's what I want to hear from Blackburn. Yeah. A Blackburn fan jumped in this morning this afternoon on Hot Off the Presser and said, unlikely to be heavy rotation because the squad is so small. So it may well
2 fit strikers.
Yeah, so that would tell me that, particularly if they're not winning, Good Johnson makes an appearance at some stage. And Ollie Arblaster, I think personal circumstances rather than playing is the reason if he doesn't play. So we'll wait and see. You know what, says Tom? I don't mind Rothwell in the 10. He ran rings around us at the lane when Weeds did us 3-1. Yeah, I think so too. I think he's a decent alternative in the 10. Gyro is definitely injured. Could see that the minute he came on the pitch, says Paul. Danny says, so much depth in that combined 11, lads. We're in a transfer window. I know. Ever the optimist, Lee. Can't believe you've got us to lose. I agree, says Tom. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, that.
Not when you see a team that I actually sent to you that I thought it'd be.
Tom says amateur behaviour with the combined 11. Well, welcome to the Ramble. Adam says, evening guys, can't wait. First game of the season for me. Oh, he's based in Blackburn, isn't he? Oh, he was. He's now up in Sheffield, isn't he, Adam? So, going back down to Blackburn to watch the game. Got to be a win tomorrow for me, especially for the forward momentum to kick on. Got my fingers crossed for it to be a banger. Hope so, pal. Hope so. Barry says 2-1 Blades. He's confident of more goals than I am. Manila says combined 11 is miles off. Lol. Jezrin Raksaki is going to Charlton for 5 mil. What? Ramel will be in the team surely. If we play with wingers, yeah, it will be
4-4-2. He would.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd have thought so. You'd have predicted him to be in the team last Saturday, and he wasn't because we didn't play that system. So I think it's definitely system dependent. Again, it's one of the most wild predictions you can make in terms of cup lineup. So we'll have to wait and see. Manila Blade also goes 1-0 Blades. Right, my mate. I think that'll do us. So anything else you want to touch on before I see you again in less than half an hour?
Not really, because it's just it's a throwaway game in a way, and I hate saying that about a cup competition. But what are we going to achieve by playing as best players in this game, apart from keeping the momentum?
We're not going to play as best players, but
the momentum of not scoring but keeping teams out, which I'm so pleased about that we've got a strong defence now. But I just think it's a bit of a throwaway game. If we get through, we get through. If we don't, we don't.
Do you not think if we lose the game, it's a bit of a dint to the confidence?
It depends how you lose it, doesn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, I suppose. Thanks, mate. Thanks for your positivity. I really appreciate it. Tom just finishes off tonight by saying, I think this will be a good game. Both teams will make changes and may as well go for it. I agree with Jimmy. One each and then Blades on pens. Absolutely right. How close are United on signing Adam Webster? Bennett, we're all in the presser today, pal. If you want to go back and watch Hot Off the Presser, then that might answer your question. But it seems like we've certainly been in negotiations with him. We'll see, though, won't we? We'll see if that comes off. I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. We are back in 25 minutes. We'll be joined by Dave the Nose to lift the quality of the stream, let's be honest, for 3 Mardy Blades just at 7 o'clock. So hopefully you go grab some tea, have a bit of a brew, and we'll see you then. So for now, come on, you red and white wizards.
Up the Blades!